Welcome back to another VeVe Digital Collectibles video. I'm Corey and I am joined today by Ben Rose and Dan Crothers. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Really well. Awesome.
We have a really exciting announcement to go through. It is a word that's been heavy on the lips and tongues of many a VeVe community member, and it is all about the VeVeVerse. Over the last couple months, you have been seeing all kinds of VeVe showcase videos from our amazing beta testers who have been producing some really spectacular things. And what we're doing today is we're dialing in some key dates. All right, so to kick this conversation off, Dan, I'm gonna go to you first. Ever since I've known you, which goes all the way back to DesignerCon in 2022, whenever we did the very first showcase VeVeVerse demo, the VeVeVerse has been a very important goal of yours. Can you sort of talk me through over this time period, how's your expectations and goals and hopes for the VeVeVerse changed over time?
My expectations and dreams and goals for the VeVeVerse are very big. It's not going to be there on day one, but you know, the VeVeVerse has always been a part of our original mission. You know, when David and I started all those many years ago, and one of the main reasons is that, you know, when we created VeVe, we really wanted to try to mimic what was in the physical world of collecting and bring that into the digital. Now, anyone who's a collector, as you can see behind me, as you can see behind Corey, behind Ben, people love to set up their collectibles. And, you know, that was the reason that we've brought out the initial virtual showroom. And really, the VeVeVerse is the next iteration of that. I mean, I use the word iteration lightly because it really has so many more features and you can just do so much stuff. So we're really delighted to be able to bring it to life. And we are also super excited to see, you know, what our collectors do with them. I want to see what amazing spaces they come up with, whether that's something from scratch or whether they use one of the templates overall.
So Corey, we're here to be the place where the world collects. And
Absolutely.
Up until now, you know, you've had your own place to collect and you can show your friends. You've got together on, you know, on Discord and X Spaces and YouTube Lives to hang out with the people, the community that you've built about the stuff that you love. This is really taking that to the next level, right? This is the place where the world, irrespective of where those collectors are based, they can get together, they can hang out, and they can just play and engage with the fandoms that we all love.
Absolutely. And I know from your perspective, Vin, because you're always looking outward, you're kind of, how do we grow? How do we expand? What are people in the collecting world doing, or even in communication? VR is a big element of the VeVeVerse. And I know you have some innovative ideas and maybe the value of the growth of VR. We want to talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. So there are some key technologies that underpin VeVe's mission and the way that we've set out to really become that place where the world collects. And so there's blockchain, and there's AR, there's VR. VR, if you think about it, it's something that is growing massively around the world. It's not yet mass adoption, but it's certainly getting there. You know, you've got major companies around the world bringing out wearable devices to make it easy for people to access. Our collectibles, these digital assets, we knew when we created them that the utility of them and the ways that people would engage with them would grow over time. And so now with VR, it's about connecting with others, and the experience of getting together with other people in virtual reality is it's really different. And it's that crossover between the physical and the digital worlds. And this isn't just a collectible thing. You know, VR is growing massively. Look at the billions of dollars that big companies are investing in it. So, you know, for us to be at the forefront of that and add another way to use, another way to enjoy your digital collectibles, that I think that's really exciting. And I think that's going to, you know, open up a lot of possibilities for our community and for the business.
I agree with you, absolutely. I'm excited from a content perspective of all the new content opportunities that it's going to bring for not just myself, but all the amazing people that we have in the community. So we've went back into history and now we're talking about the future, but let's go more to recent history. Ben, you've been here now for about 5 months. And one of the things whenever you came through the door as the co-CEO that you kind of hung your hat on was the VeVeVerse. And now it's right here at the edge of our noses. Tell me a little bit about how your perspective of not just what the VeVeVerse is, but what VeVe is and what our community is has changed in these past whirlwind 5 months for you?
Before I came in, I was, really lucky to have some really, long, deep and extended discussions with the team, with David, with Dan. So I really, I understood exactly what VeVe's strengths and opportunities were. And one of VeVe's key strengths has always been the vision, the ambition, the creativity. And those are the things that led to, Dan in particular spearheading that, saying, what we need to do? We need to build a collector's metaverse. All I have done since I've joined is I've just helped with a bit of structure and a bit of focus and a bit of whip cracking, and so I get the easy job. It's Dan who's had to do the heavy lifting and build the thing. I'm really, really proud that we are launching it. And when I came in, I said, it's all about execution, it's all about delivery, and that's exactly what we're doing and what we're announcing today. And it's one of those things that some things do take time. If you want to do things properly, you want to do them well. You can't just launch them overnight. And so since I joined 5 months ago up to now, we've been doing a lot of work, and really proud of all the work the team has put in across every single department of the business to deliver what's going to be VeVeVerse 1.0.
With all that said, I think it's time to announce some of the key dates and milestones that we have coming up. In the very near future, the end of this week on the 21st, the VeVeVerse launch page is going to be going live, and that's going to be a lot of information. But Dan, when's the actual VeVeVerse going live? When's that going to happen?
Yes, the question is finally getting answered. So yeah, as you mentioned, we're going to be rolling out the website, which is going to have some information on the 21st, and then 1 week later, on the 28th of this month, February 2025, the VeVeVerse is going to be launched to the community. So super excited to get it in the hands of everybody.
I'm excited to see it in everyone's hands and see what they do with it. And let's establish some sort of day one expectations. The 28th rolls out, doors are open, people are logging in. What can they expect, Dan?
Users are going to be able to log into the VeVeVerse, obviously once they've downloaded and installed it. From within there, they can basically create a whole range of spaces, and these spaces can range, these spaces have a bunch of different templates. So you can start off with something pre-built, like a convention hall or a modern villa or our VeVe home. Or if you're feeling brave, you can dive in and basically start from scratch and build your own one. The main goal, very similar to what we've done with the virtual showrooms, is really about showcasing your collectibles. And the cool thing is that there's no limit. Like, in my house, as you can see, I'm already packed to the rafters. There's nowhere else. I can't just add another room. So this is a really exciting part of the VeVeVerse. You can set up another space for your cars or a space just for your Marvel. Not only can you add your collectibles and comics, you also have a whole range of decorative items, from furniture to simple shapes if you want to build something up. We've got plants and trees. You can add your own lights. So really a lot of kind of tools in there to help you really enhance and make your collectible showroom very, very rich. In addition to that is obviously all of the social tools. So this is another really cool key feature in the VeVeVerse. I can invite you, Corey, and you, Ben, into my space. I can invite you as a visitor, so you can just have a look around, or I could invite you in as a creator, so you can help me put my you can do room 1, I'll do room 2, however we sort of decide to put that out. There is text chat, there is audio, so it's a really socially immersive experience overall.
So Dan, desktop is what we've been seeing primarily from a lot of our beta testers, some amazing spaces. Is it going to be desktop, mobile? What's day one expectations?
So day one, we'll be rolling out with the desktop version. This is the version of the VeVeVerse that really gives you the most amount of teeth. You can really dive in and do a whole range of amazing things. While that is out and you guys are using it, enjoying it, giving us some feedback, we are hard at work polishing up the mobile version of the app. And with the mobile version of the app, we're taking a slightly different approach. It's still the VeVeVerse overall, but really it's about giving people something very accessible and very easy to use to be able to go in, add a piece of furniture, some shelves, put your collectibles on, invite people in. You've still got all of that kind of base feature set, but we want to make sure that it's, really easy and you can access it directly from within the app. So that is development's going well on that, and we are planning to release that to you guys by the end of Q1 this year.
And most of the things that Dan just mentioned, I know it's a lot to take in because there's a lot of features. We're going to hold your hand through the whole process. Like I said, the VeVeVerse launch page is going to have tutorials, FAQs. I'm sure our beta testers, because they're no longer going to be under a non-disclosure agreement, are going to be making a ton of content and be very happy for you to come check out their spaces. So don't stress if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. We will get you up to speed. Ben, this really is just another exciting innovation. Like digital collecting just in general is very innovative. This is another layer to it. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you feel about that in terms of the company and where we could go from here?
The opportunities and the potential is absolutely endless. And I don't know, and none of us knows where we'll go to from here, because what we want to do is we want to launch this and we want to see how the community use it, how they engage with it. And it's the approach we're taking to innovation. We're responding to user behavior. So we'll launch this, and there's a whole lot of features that Dan's just talked through and ways that you could interact with it. But what we know is that our community are amazing, and they'll find whole new ways to engage with it, and they'll be asking for other things. And so if you think about the iPhone, I think we're up to iPhone 16 right now. So we're launching VeVeVerse 1.0. I have no idea what VeVeVerse 16.0 is going to look like, but I'm pretty excited about finding out.
I am also very excited about that. And feedback, Ben, as you mentioned, that is the lifeblood of what we do at VeVe. All of you watching this video that are collectors on our platform, we've tried to provide as many ways possible for feedback. And this entire thing is feedback driven. So please be sure, day one, doors open, good, bad, indifferent, joyous, let us know. Use all of those different avenues available to you. With that said, I think we've covered everything we needed to cover in this video. Ben, Dan, thank you so much for your time and your effort. This has been a giant team effort by everyone at VeVe. And so we are really excited to be starting our VeVeVerse journey with all of you. As you walk through that front door on February 28th, let us know how your experience is going so we can help make it even better. Until then, we can't wait to see all of you in the VeVeVerse.